do you believe that people who listen to brutal death metal and brutal tech death, do you believe that they are both posers?
I believe the true poser are the spiky-haired punks who leave their kids in parking lots for 2 hours while they get some hoochie in the park.
Does that happen in, like, West Virginia?
Oh, yes.
Maryland.
This is a true story.
This is a very true story.
100% true.
Oh, no.
This is a very true story that happened where I will not name them because they don't deserve to be named. I'm not giving them that entertainment. Fuck them.
Damn,
However, these little pricks left his son, who also plays in the band. Now you definitely know who you are.
No, really? No shit. All right, I'll try to cut this intro. Like I said, I may fuck this up, but what's up, psychopaths? Happy New Year, and it is time to talk about heavy metal. All right, most of the time when people think about slam, a few common characteristics come to mind. Ultra clean production, razor sharp precision, and a pretty formulaic song structure. However, seldom does a band take an approach more closely to that of a sludge or crust act. But with me today from West Virginia are Deluseur, and I appreciate you guys being here.
What's up, bro? Boys?
Likewise,
I'm the guitarist for Deluseur. Happy to fucking be here.
I'm the vocalist. My name is Morgan Bamber. I'm very glad to be here as well. Fuck with the place. It's very nice.
I'm Tony, and I haven't changed since last year.
All right, cool. Cool. So you guys play out a lot, it seems, including a show tonight in Richmond. Is it accurate to say that you guys live for the live performance?
Yeah, it's something that we live for because we don't like to be one of those studio bands who sit and record, and never go out and play. It's all about the energy for us. It's all about the giving and the receiving and the giving again.
We don't get into high production shows or pay to play or any of that shit. We're DIY or die. You know what I mean? We don't want barricades. We want to be right up front with the crowd. If it's 50 people in a small room or whatever, that's the shit we like more because it's a more intimate experience for the fans and us. We also, like you said, we're just on it, always hitting the road every other weekend. And it's just, to us, it's like you just got to get out there and expose yourself, and that's the best way we can. So we got a bad tendency for pretty much agreeing to play anything.
Yeah, I noticed on one of your Instagram posts, there's text. And there's not a caption, but actual text that says DIY or die. And it doesn't seem like that's a costume for you guys. It seems like you really live it.
Yeah, it's our lifestyle because it's what made us. It's what builds us. It's the hard work that the little man puts in because, fuck the big man who, tries to keep us all down.
How closely do you think that ethic, as well as your geographic location, formed your sound? Like, you're in rural West Virginia, kind of closed off from the normal influences of a major city center, the music, the people, the scene and all that. Do you think that played into the sound that we hear? Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a level of aggression because we come from such a poor area, such a low GPA state. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of economic growth, and it just makes you pissed off at the government, man. You know what I mean? You don't care about this or that. You just feel put down, and so when we can get out somewhere else and express that aggression, you know what I mean? That inner, it's not a hate, but it almost is like a hate. You know what I mean? We love where we're from, but it's tough there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times whenever we play these shows, a lot of the aggression that I do have, or that I I guess you could say project on to the crowd and onto the stage, I feel like it definitely comes from a place of getting that inner rage out that I've had in for years and years that I've never been able to get out, and that's the easiest way, the best way to do it, and I feel like it comes from a place to show people that life is very tough. It's not easy to be poor. I've been poor my entire life. I mean, my family's moved around over 16 times. I mean, it's been crazy. But I feel like we can all relate to that and get together on these nights, and we can all get that violence out. We can all have a great ass time.
So take me through, if you will, when you're up on stage, what's going on psychologically? What's going on emotionally when you're performing?
Emotionally, it can be a lot. There's been times where I've felt the song to where I've almost teared up playing the songs, and even though it's this hard, aggressive stuff, I feel what the messages within the song is. I feel it so much. Like, I'm an empathetic person. Like, I feel emotions like crazy. Like, I pick up other people's emotions. I pick up, like when I listen to music, I feel very empathetic, and I feel like I I feel like definitely, like, when we're on stage and all that, like, that's what's going through my head a lot is, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's a very give and take. So, like, there's a level of excitement and hype because, like I said earlier, our mission is the energy. It's to get people moving, but it's also to express that anger in such a way where other people can share that, to where you feel this hatred, I feel this hatred, put it in the pit where it fucking belongs, destroy everything around you, much as you can. Because we are all we have. Fuck everybody else. This is where we belong.
So let me ask you this. When it comes down to it, what do you feel is more important? Is it the trueness to your songs, like when you're recording them, or is it heaviness?
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah,
I think it's really it's a blend of both. Like, in a lot of our songs, I mean, yeah, of course, our goal is it has to be aggressive like it is, to get the message across and to get people moving. But at the same time, like a lot of our lyrics, like it talks about breaking away from the chains, and it talks about moving on from toxic people in your life and whatnot. So yeah, I feel like um I definitely feel like it's definitely blended in with both aspects for sure. But our aim is to make the most heaviest music we can for people to move and be violent and get that shit out for sure.
Because we're a band who is very be yourself to the true extent without muting, without, what's the word, filtering yourself. Our mission and our actions are, we're not going to cover ourselves up just to comply. We're not going to cover ourselves up just to make someone else feel like they have power over us.
We're pricks.
Is that what it comes
We are
down
all
to?
self-identified assholes.
All right. But I mean, you with the technology that we have available today, recording technology seemingly at our fingertips, you very easily could have gone the route that many of your peers have taken in terms of a really clear, high grade sound, but you didn't. Delusure's sound is raw and it's
All
muddy.
analog. We recorded all analog, straight track to tape, and then recorded digitally, and it was all live recording too. We don't do individual takes or anything. It all analog, and we like it that way. Like I said, we like that traditional tape sound. We like that live because we're all pretty into like traditional death metal, and with all that, I feel like what separates a lot of these like old school death metal bands that are still releasing records, and you listen to it and it's like, why don't this hit anymore? It's that clear production, man. I don't like that. I don't like that perfect, pitch perfect everything. I like a little swing time, if you will. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because we want to have that traditional sound, if you will. And so for me, it's all like, we're just going to do analog, no digital. I don't like, I see its benefit 100%. And we could definitely have a lot more songs out there, but we spend all of our money on bills and playing shows.
Hey, gas is expensive, bro.
Yeah, but we got some coming out soon. We're gonna be recording within a few months, something like that. That's what we're aiming for, at least, for sure.
Because our guy's a very tape oriented person and we love him to death. We love Jake to absolute death. And when we met him, we immediately got along because it was all tape. He had all this old equipment from the 80s that he takes care of like it's his baby. So it all feels and sounds like it's brand new, but it's from the fucking 80s. So it's like 40 years old. And it still sounds fucking gritty and awesome.
To some people out there, that is coveted equipment. That's like, from what I understand, that's hard to get your hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our last two singles that were released, Rip from the Scrotum and Dwell, the guitar was a split signal between his 4x12 Randall and the little EV combo amp that Entombed record Left Hand Path on.
Wow.
Yeah, all DI'd into the board, and, like, I think that's a really cool fact, so if you listen to those tracks, you can kinda actually hear that extra grit there, and that's what that is. It's just this little fucking PB like this big, but that's what they did it on, and we split the signal on it, and I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Dude, it's this '80s PB," and I was like, keep that in there." I was like, "That's nice, I like that."
So everything was conscious then, as far
Everything.
everything was conscious, yeah?
Everything. We're very deliberate in how we record and how we write our songs. Even though we write in a more traditional sense of together rather than, oh, I got a riff, oh, I got a drum beat, oh, I got vocal lines. We all write in the room and we're like, this sounds groovy. Maybe we should keep this.
So is that why, like, you mentioned before, everything's like or everything's live and stuff? Is that why in the hanging room I can hear that count off?
Yeah, especially because we went through an evolution of because Deluseur used to be a sludge band way back about a year ago.
Shout out our original bass player, Dallas.
Dallas, we love you. And when he left the band, me and Tony had a conversation of, how do we want our sound to evolve? What can we do? And he goes, we were listening to a fuck ton of Peeling Flesh at the time. And I think it was Make a Move and Candy Coated Corpse that came on. And we're like, fuck it. That's the direction we'll go. So it's safe to say that they're one of our bigger inspirations of why we started Slam. But we find ourselves taking more from OG death metal and thrash, hardcore, because that's what our local scene is.
Yeah, because the hanging room and brain rot both sound like it could fit perfectly on like Take Is Needed for Pain, like, anything Eyehategod or Buzz Oven or something like that. But like, okay, so now you're answering a question for me then, because those two singles came out this year. The first two came out this year.
Yes.
And then Ripped, and then I'm sorry, what's the latest?
Dwell and Ripped from the Scrotum.
Oh, Dwell, that's right. Yeah, Dwell, okay. So and those also came out this year. So that's like a pretty short time period for that kind of an evolution to take place from the Bongzilla sound up till now, which I don't even really know how to categorize your latest two singles, because it's definitely slam. It's definitely, it even sounds like hardcore, like it's definitely slam. But production-wise, it's really, really unique. You don't hear that with a lot of these big slam bands right now, and
Yeah, there's none of that, like, 808s, there's no laptops on stage, there's none of, like I've played around with the idea of getting some, triggers for my kick drum, and that's just because we're playing all these DIY spots. Most of the time, you don't got a kick drum mic, and, I feel like it's pretty essential to our music. So I've played around with the idea of triggers, but, only solely for the kick drum. Other than that, we're very, like, we want amps on the stage, no quad cortexes, none of that dumb shit. It's heavy and it's lame, but it's cool. We just like the way it sounds, we like the way it looks, and it's like I said, it's that traditional, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's less of a risk and it's also less of a risk to...
We're also poor.
I mean, I feel like also when you
hey.
overproduce, you kind of take away the feeling from the music itself. And when you have the rawness, you feel the energy that was there in that room. With a lot of albums, like you listen to Slipknot, their first album, for example, you feel their energy within their room because it was so raw and so, like just like that. That's kind of how I like it to be. I like it to be raw and I like it to have that energy. I like for people to feel what we're feeling in that room, that rage and all that, and I think it sounds awesome. I fuck with
Yeah, I've got some level of autism where, like, I've always loved the, like, early production, like, demo tracks over some of, like, the, like, final production, like, Chelsea's Grin, their first EP. Love that, and I think 2 songs off of that made its way onto Son of the Wretched, the second album they did. I love the first ones first. It's a different tuning, a little bit more raw, and it's just, for me, I like that. You know what I mean? It's like he was saying, it's that energy, it's that rawness. Once bands sell out or they get rich and famous and off drugs and they're not
just
pissed
goes
off at the
away.
world
Yep.
anymore, yeah,
All
they
that shit
lose
goes
all
away.
that.
So, okay, so kind of picking back up on that then, when is a Deluseur song considered done? Not sonically, not structurally, but like, say, emotionally.
It's
Uh,
hard to say because
I don't play one thing the same time.
he doesn't.
I keep the same beat, and it's relatively always the same, but I'm always changing accents and things, man. So, yeah.
So
Take
like
that
I'm
how
the
you
same way
will.
on guitars. Like I'll keep the consistent like rhythm, but I'll change like, do I want to put a pinch harmonic here? Do I want to do a pentachord here?
Song might be
Nah.
3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. It's hard to tell, man.
I mainly feel like but on the real, I feel like how we know that it's done is usually, once we get all of our parts together and all that,
yeah, I feel like once
we-
Morgan's locked in with us, that's
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we've got
yeah.
a consistency.
and we'll sit down and we have a whole book and we'll sit down and go over the lyrics and everything. I like to not just like, yes, like there is a lot that is what has to do with how I feel, but some of it's how Hunter has to feel or how Tony has to feel. I like to incorporate how, not only how I feel in the bandmate, but it's not just my band, it's their band too. So I like to, be inclusive with how they feel too, I feel like it adds a lot of creativity and that can add for a lot of songs in the future, because I'm not just speaking off of my pain, I'm speaking off the suffering and pain of other people. And I like to take other people's ideas as well, not only just mine, because, at the end of the day, I do this music stuff, for the people, because, as me being a past drug addict, and experimenting with drugs for a while and getting hooked on it, I didn't have a way and I didn't find a way, and then I found the metal community and now I feel like I have a way and I need other people to feel that way and understand that there is a community out there for you that will support you and be there for you, and we are a big part of that.
Hey, yeah, if you got anybody out there, me and him are both recovered addicts. Anybody watching this, hey man, if your friends are on drugs, get them some help, man, and reach out because that shit's swiping out our entire generation. And I'm right there with Morgan, man. Like, this is the only thing that fills that void for me. I don't mean to get a little emotional right now, but like it really is, dude. This is the only thing. Like, there's a spark when you've been knees deep into, rock bottom of a substance. There's just, you need something to fill that void. And this gives me the energy and gives me that drive to get out, get up every day and motivate myself.
It gives us that fire.
Exactly.
Where are you with that?
I'm on the same page there. I'm the only straight edge member of the band. But I've never been hooked on anything. But I was also around them when they have been at their lowest, and it's like he said, if any of you watching have somebody who is hooked, stick by them. They fucking need it, and it's likely going to be the only thing that really saves them. Because at the end of the day, if you have nobody, then you really don't have a support system. Because that's the only real way you can get out of that.
I get the sense that, like, you guys are pretty disciplined individuals now, because if you're able to ward off the influence of a lot of the big bands, oh shit.
Wakey. No.
There's the beep.
Do you know what that is? That's a little reminder for my cat. She needs a pill every day.
Oh,
but
we
that's okay. Somebody's
have
taking care of
cats. We love cats.
Oh, you
Cats
do?
are
You're
awesome.
a
Cats are
cat
fucking
fan
awesome.
too?
Got an
All
asshole.
right.
68-pound.
Love you, squirrel. Love you, Zero.
Oh, nice.
Big
Cats are fucking
ass
Better be
baby.
behaving at home.
Oh,
Cats are fucking awesome. They're assholes, but we love them.
yeah, right. So not only are you able to keep the addictions away, but still, though, in a genre where there's a lot of big bands that are getting very successful right now with their sound, it sounds like you're still able to very strongly ward off that influence, not jump on any particular trends, and just stay focused, stay,
It's
stuck to
about
your
the
guns.
feeling. It's just about the feeling, like, being up on stage and music is just it honestly makes me feel higher than any drug that I have done. Like that's the reason why I still do it. And I'm willing to die for it because it makes me feel that way. I really feel like it takes that void that somebody once had, because somebody filled in that void that they had with drugs for a reason. Like, I did it because I was going through abuse and I was going through I didn't know how to talk about it. I never knew how to speak about it, none of that type of thing. So I was trying to fill that void with something. And then music, after that, music filled in that void for me. And I feel like for a lot of people, they need to find that void. It doesn't have to be just music, anything, anything, art, racing, anything, cars, anything can be, you can be passionate about anything, and that can fill in that void for you.
I feel like where I stand on that, because you are right. There's a lot of trends going on and everything. And dude, you just gotta understand, like, honestly, history. You look back at history, man, like, heck, especially right now, all heavy music's kind of on a rise again. You know what I mean? We haven't seen a rise like this since the early 2000s with the new metal. everybody hopped on that trend. And even bands that aren't technically really new metal get rounded up and called new metal because they came out around the same time. My standpoint on it is like, okay, I guess you could say we're being kind of trendy with the style of music that we're playing, but not like you were saying with the clear production or all that shit. And it's like, I just feel like, maybe we'll stand out, maybe we won't. We don't care, man. This is a train wreck band, and we're gonna drive this train wreck every fucking where.
Dude, we're very much like earlier I mentioned peeling flesh. There's an inspiration, but it's not a following of a trend. It's something that, because we as people, we've been playing together for almost 3 years. Not as Deluseur, but even in separate projects.
Evolutions of us.
But we've been playing with each other long enough to know that at the end of the day, we're going to play what we think sounds good. We don't want to pander. We don't want to follow anybody else's visions except for ours. So that's why when we're in a room making a song, there's often times where I'll be playing a riff and he'll have me stop. He's like, well, try this. Or there's a beat and I'll go, well, try this. Or when, like, for Rip for the Scrotum, originally that was all gutturals. And we were playing, and I told him, like, try some hardcore vocals. And it just clicked. And it was just,
I knew
I love
exactly what
riffing.
he meant when he said that, and it clicked. Like, we looked at each other, and I was like, I got you. And
It was
it just
beautiful.
fucking, yeah.
It was like we spent about we played that song like 3 times in a row after that, recorded it, sent it to our friends. We're like, yo, look at this shit.
Yeah, I was definitely a work of progress myself. Like I said, like I met them like 3 years ago. They were they started the band like 5 years ago beforehand, before I'd even met them. But I was in it at one point. And then, life happens. We all evolved, and I had to do my own thing. They evolved into what was it? They did like DLE, and then they went back to Deluseur
no.
and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Talk
What's-
about that.
Okay, well,
Uh,
okay. So we like I was playing drums. I started drums whenever we met Morgan and started playing together, and now I've been playing maybe full time about 2.5 years, something like that. And like we were looking for other people after Morgan left the first time, which that's a whole story. Basically, we thought the dude stole a bunch of weed off of us. He didn't. Yeah, etc.
It's just dumb as shit.
Yeah, it was dumb as shit,
Shit
bro.
happened,
We're way past that now. I just thought I'd get some context.
Yeah,
to it,
it's all
but
cool now.
we
Shit
find a new guitar player. Dude's like 20 years older than us. He comes in. I mean, and we're give credit where credit's due. Dude did know what he was doing. He was a good guitar player. He was just a fucking dick about it.
like he wouldn't let us really have our own creativity. It was his way or no way. And me and him, all three of us really, but me and him especially when we were in that band, were very, fuck you. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
That's what gave me my distaste for high production and all of that stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah, after that experience with all that, and I did get some sound experience, like in the sound and AV world, because there was a sound company attached to that, and like it is good experience and all that, but like it just put a bad taste in my mouth because I was like, after that and other stagehand experiences that I've had, I was just kind of like, I don't want to be one of those bands, man. I don't want to do that.
So you guys are that principled and that committed to Delusure's spirit that despite knowing maybe it might be easier to just jump into Pro Tools or
Yeah.
Logic or something, no, you stick to analog.
We're very, like you mentioned earlier,
We're
we're
cavemen.
very disciplined in what we do, and it's
You're now the second band that's done that because Banana Slam is sat on that couch.
We love those
doing the
guys.
same
We're
thing.
playing with them on January 18th.
I'll say get
Oh,
us
I'll be
Called
there.
Shot Wound. They're doing a tour, and anywhere, well, you should see that. But we're playing with them in Richmond again on the 18th of January, and like we love those guys.
We
but
love 'em. It's-
yeah, I'm too stupid to do recording, man. I can barely work a computer now. I could rebuild a car. You know what I mean?
Computers
But,
give me
like,
headaches.
Yeah, but like we're all cavemen, man.
we are. We like to call our music autistic because
Yeah. I'll pay somebody to record that shit, dude. I don't want nothing to do with that.
like the most recording I'll do is like put my phone down, record a riff, and just like, all right, what do y'all think? But beyond that, I'm not doing anything else with. It's too clean. Like he mentioned earlier, we like that grit. We like that rawness. It's for us. That's true, more true to us than going to some high profile engineer, high profile mixing engine, and just having the most cleanest, pristine sound but losing all that character.
I can't play to a click either, and I refuse to learn. I'm a lazy drummer, bro. I'll admit it. I like to go to shows, have a few drinks, have fun, play my set, watch the other
He
bands
plays hard
mosh,
though.
and
He
that's
plays
it.
hard though.
You know what I mean?
He plays hard as fuck.
I go home and I do practice by myself, and people are like, "You should learn to play to a click." Blah blah blah. No, suck my
No.
dick. I don't want to do that shit.
It's all vibes. Fuck your clicks.
I want to do
Fuck your
what
clicks.
makes me happy. You know what I mean? And I like maybe at some point I should pick that up if I got the time for it. But right now, no, I don't care.
Yeah. We're very much a vibe band. We don't really... We're tight, but we're not 140 BPM, 140 BPM, 140 BPM. We're like, whatever the vibe feels the need for, man.
Hey, as long as I come back on the one beat, I don't care.
But there's other bands out there that will try digitally they'll go after the sound that you possess
Right.
naturally and with like analog and stuff. There's a lot of bands out there that will use all sorts of plugins and all kinds of effects. But yeah, I'm as I'm understanding it though, that's yours it's all real. It's all yeah.
Like, we understand the benefit of it and the, what's the word, the accessibility of it, because it is, in the longer run, cheaper to just record everything yourself. And it's easier because you don't have to work with 3 other dumbasses. I love you. But it's more fun to deal with those dumbasses who you call your brothers and to deal with each other's bullshit to make something so fucking cool and so something new that you can say, I had a part in making this with my homies. I didn't just sit in front of a computer for 8 hours and do a drum track that I stole off YouTube.
Yeah, that's boring. That's boring as shit. I'd much rather get stoned, have a couple beers in me, fucking, record a fucking song. Like, that sounds like more of a fun time, and I could talk about that experience, tell my kids about that,
Yeah.
like, I feel like that's just an experience that a band should have, not just sitting around. I'm not saying that, you can't do things on a computer like to polish stuff up, but like, at the end of the day, the whole thing shouldn't be computerized. I feel like it should start off with an actual track, and then maybe you can go in and obviously do your mixing and stuff if you need to, but I don't think yeah.
That's so amazing to me because I know there are a lot of other bands that would see your approach not as it's easy to you. You guys just explained it. You really illustrated it well. That's the easy way for you. That's a preferred way. But there's a lot of other bands out there that would see yours as more difficult. It's more of a task, and they would just as soon jump into do like a direct in and then let the computer automate and all that kind of stuff. Whereas for you guys, that's difficult. For them, that's easy. So I think that's a great that to me is a great illustration of where you're from and your influences, not just music, but your motivations and the things that have in West Virginia that have helped shape just your work ethic, And so when you said DIY or die, that really is kind of, you're really putting your mouth where the money is.
We say this is our real job, but we don't make any money from it.
You treat it like a real job, though, it seems like.
Because ideally, this would be fun to do as a career, but we don't expect it to. But that doesn't mean we're not pushing for it. We keep our expectations low, but our hopes high.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we've had nights where we've made hundreds of dollars, but it's like, I guess what we're saying is like, I feel like if we, keep working at it, there could be shows where it could be like $600 a night, we could actually all make a career from this one day, because I know me, like I've mentioned before, I'm in it till death, no matter what. There's been times where I've been homeless and I've had nothing but a guitar strapped on my back, and that's how much I loved music, and I'd been so dedicated with it. I've never been around, 2 other people that were as dedicated as I was, before, and I'm very glad to be in a band with them for sure.
Definitely have some dreams, you know what I mean? But it's like at the same time, I do prioritize my work too sometimes just because, gotta stay employed, you know what I mean? And so I have a pretty good job and I'm working into a good career, but I'm working with a good place that allows me to do this and allows me to take these weekends off and do all this. And very thankful for that. But at the same time, it is a very like hard balance, you know what I mean? Like obviously, I don't really know how to explain it, you know what I mean? Like I would love it to happen, but I'm not really suspecting it to. So that's why I just do it on the side. It's just a really big hobby. But a fun one at that. So it's like, we definitely put a lot more money into it than we see out, but that's okay cuz like right now, we were saving our band fund And for this trip, because, you know, it's the holidays, man, we're all hard out for it. So we're using the band fund to pay for our hotel rooms tonight. So be it. But, you know, if we didn't go out and hit the road all these times in this past year, we wouldn't have the
That's
money
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
this tonight.
It definitely
So,
pays out. It definitely takes care of us when we
yeah,
need it.
yeah,
For
it's
sure.
clutch, bro.
Like Waffle House every
Clutch.
time
Oh,
when we need
yeah.
Waffle
We
House,
love
man.
Waffle House hate to see us coming, bro.
Oh, Waffle House hates us. We'll invade a Waffle House after every show, and
Hate to see my drunk ass walk through that door.
it's great. It's great. We make them good fuckers go out of business soon.
Have you guys had any, like, I don't know, sketchy encounters or anything at Waffle House over the years?
Oh, remember that one Waffle House we went to that had like, what was it? There was like ants or something.
Yeah, there was a Waffle House up in, I think, Williamsport that me and Morgan stopped at. And we go in, we order our food, and we're about to dig in, and just ants crawl out. And like, I'm not touching that, dog.
Oh,
Like, I scraped a little bit of like my chili oil. I'm like, yeah, this looks good.
I was like, I get it, like an ant or two coming in from it, like outside, but the amount of ants that are in there, I was like, holy
It's
cow.
just some extra protein, boys.
Exactly.
We're the only country that doesn't eat insects.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
You
freak
should have
out
just
about
walked
it.
in and done it and committed,
I was just
bro.
like, hey,
You're right.
Like, who knows? What if it
You're
would have
right.
gave you superpowers?
I've been in nastier situations, man.
What if it gave you superpowers?
Am I
Like
gonna-
Spider-Man, like some Spider-Man shit, bro.
Are we
I turned
gonna
to
become Ant-Man?
Ant-Man.
Yeah, bro.
We
But
gonna
you
go
did
Ant-Man
it,
shit?
and that's your fault. Lame.
What comes, like, what's a close second to Waffle House?
Fuck. Denny's.
Liquor store. Liquor's Taco Bell.
Do you like
Wah,
Buc-ee's?
wah.
Buc-ee's is a good place we like to stop at.
Buc-ee's. I'm white, but I ain't that white.
7-Eleven. The fucking 7-Eleven piece is fucking banging.
I mean, we stop at 7-Elevens, any gas station. We'll get any kind of snacks. I mean, I've seen this guy get boiled fucking peanuts. Like,
Yo, I mean,
country
that's,
boy.
that's the Southern tradition, baby. You know, I grew up in parts of Georgia for a while of my infancy, and yeah, dude, boiled peanuts fucking go hard. What are you talking about?
They do go hard.
Yeah, man.
What do you do? You literally, I think I've heard of it now that you're talking about it, but so what do you literally boil? Do you take the shell off and
Oh, they're soft, and it just kind of breaks apart, and then the nut in the middle isn't very like hard, and it's kind of got a salty like vinegary taste to it, if you will. You can get Cajun spiced ones or just normal. It slaps.
Speaking of Cajun, cookout.
Oh, this
Cookout.
guy's addicted to
Cookout go-
Cajun.
cookout
This
go
guy's
hard,
addicted to
though.
Cajun, dude.
Tony
Cookout.
introduced me
Nasty
to
with the
cookout.
bougie outfit.
I will
Tony
say
introduced
Cookout
me to cookout a
Cookout
year
has the
ago, and I've
best-
never stopped.
has the best burgers for cheap. They taste like they actually came out from a fucking barbecue. Give us a sponsorship.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
and Red Bull.
Actually, Waffle. If anyone were
And
to,
Red Bull.
if
Yeah, I
anyone
did
were
Red
to, it
Bull.
would probably be Waffle House. We go to Waffle House, like that's like our tradition type of thing. Like,
We're in the works back home of playing a Waffle House show at our local Waffle
That
House
would
that we
be cool.
normally invade.
Mm.
They say we can't play inside once. I'm okay with that because it's
Let's
pretty
do it
fucking
outside,
small
dude.
in there. So
the
they're gonna
whole-
let us do it outside.
get some cages. Come on,
Technically
man.
in the bank parking lot, but
Like,
yeah,
like there's a whole ass
details. You don't need to
lot.
worry about that.
There's a whole ass parking lot. I mean, if your head hits a cement,
It's gonna be the
That's your
most
fault.
West Virginian shit you've ever seen in your life, bro.
yeah.
I hope you guys can do it like before anybody else because it makes me think of that one video. But
Denny's?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck is up, Denny's? Oh,
You could
yeah.
own the Waffle House one.
Exactly.
So okay, what starts a Deluseur song? Like what's the process? I know that's normally a boring question, but it's interesting to me with you guys because you're so unorthodox in many ways as
I feel
a
like
band.
it really starts off like sometimes like it's mainly like these guys will do the work in the beginning. Like honestly, like he'll come up, he'll send us a bunch of riffs and all kinds of stuff, and like he'll get together, he'll put the drum pattern. That's when I come in, kind of finalize the piece together, with my vocals. So honestly, it really starts off with just, if we kind of feel the riff, kind of make a story from it and all that, and that's just where it starts. It goes off from there, and it just becomes a song.
The way I put it, whoever makes noise first writes the song.
Pretty
I-
much.
I-
Like sometimes even like the
I
like
just be warming up, bro, and they start chiming in. I'm like,
like the tribal
Huh?
song we're
Like,
working
wait a
on.
minute, this
we're
kinda
working-
fucks, hold
We're
up.
working on a song that's like it's kind of like got a tribal beat to it. It goes into like a slam beat after that, but like
It has a very Sepultura vibe
you are
to it.
you are
It's so
playing that
fun.
tonight, by the way.
yeah. And by
Yeah.
the way, we're playing it tonight. It's
We
a newer
have-
song.
We
We've
practiced a song
practiced
with
it
It
him
hasn't been
twice.
fully put
once.
together, but
But me and him
it's gonna
practiced it
sound.
twice.
It's gonna sound brutal regardless. So
It's mixed
it.
in the mid-set, so people forget about it if it is
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, thank God they're all going to be drunk and we're all going
won't be
so
ass
they
no
can't
matter
understand
what.
a goddamn word.
Well, okay, so that's pretty interesting to me because we're sitting here right now, and you guys have to take the stage in T-minus 2-3 hours or something. So what are you feeling like right now? Today's show day. Like what are you feeling like right now, knowing that you're gonna play tonight?
There's like a sense there. I feel like
Beer.
Yeah, alcohol. I really want a beer right now. But like there is there is some like a sense there, like hey, we gotta go do this. You know what I mean? There's some excitement because we've made a lot of friends in the area, and so it's that sense of community. I feel like that like butterfly feeling. You really don't get that until right before, like right when I start setting up drums. You know what I mean? Then I start kind of getting more locked in on the oh shit, I'm about to do something.
Mhm.
But now I feel like it's just pretty chill. It's just like, all right, we're gonna go drive here, do this, do that. We kind of got a
I feel like
routine down.
I feel like I'm a dog, like in a kennel, like going back and forth, like all morning. Like I'll be like going back and forth. Like you can
bark
have
for me,
dog
baby.
like fuck you, bro. Anyways, I'll be going back and forth, just waiting. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
oh, I'm waiting for this fucker to wake up because this dude slept in past fucking whenever.
I woke up at 1:30. We were
But
supposed
yeah.
to leave at 1.
I have
This
like
dude
this.
doesn't drink or anything. I don't understand how he like I'm like hungover in a way, right? Because I had a little more than I anticipated a dying fetus last night. This motherfucker don't drink or nothing. Stage dives twice, sleeps into 1:30. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Hey man, I like my beauty sleep.
Do you stay up late? Are you a night owl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well
I woke up.
Remember that one time we were in Georgia and we were in the hotel for till 3:00 in the morning.
We're
Dog.
never beating the tweaker allegations with this one.
Never. Even though you have the anti-tweaker here.
We had,
what were the
we had a
allegations?
whole hotel room full of people.
No, I'm just making a
we had
joke.
nothing but beer everywhere, man. There were people from our
But, you
club,
know what? I got trauma for you.
our club chapters,
Lord.
our international metal club chapters. They all came in. It was full of people, man. That shit was lit. Shout out to all y'all.
We
love you guys, Iron Pride.
Yeah, we love them. We love them. The joke that I made earlier about like the drug allegations is normally when people think West Virginia, you know what I mean? I've got some pretty fucked up teeth, and that is from drugs. And so I kind of fall into the typical stereotype, if you will, of somebody from West Virginia. And that's why I make jokes about it, because it's like it's whatever. Like we don't take it personally.
I got
We
the
don't
nickname
fucking
Tweak,
care.
and I'm cool with it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't
we
give a
don't
shit.
care, bro.
It's my-
We let people believe what they want, and sometimes we'll even ag it on just to fuck with them.
We are the masters of rage baiting people.
But you seem to get along pretty well with everybody. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it could, sometimes the scene can be a place where usually starting out, you kind of got to prove yourself to a degree, but also everything on the back end besides the music sometimes has to be in line. It's got to be in lockstep with the the popular thought and but you guys seem to be like pretty in a good place among the scene, and so that really tells me that like a lot of it is the music speaking for itself.
Like I mentioned, we'll rage bait the shit out of you, but at the end of the day, we're homies. We don't care if you hate us or like us. We like what we're doing.
Yeah, we sometimes maybe support bands that don't necessarily support us back, and that's okay. I kind of feel like we're still proving ourselves in some places, and that's okay. We'll keep going. Like I said, we're a goddamn train wreck band, man, but we're gonna drive this fucking train everywhere. And maybe that's just me overthinking it, but like I'm just gonna share our love at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I see bands we've played with, or just my friend's band. They post something, man. I'm liking the story. I'm liking the post. Whatever, bro, just to help boost them.
Yeah,
and
at the end of the day,
their algorithm.
we're all getting in the pit, and we're all gonna hash it out, and we're all gonna at the end of the day, we're all gonna have a good time. That's the aim, we're all just trying to have a good time, make some loud ass music, and hopefully get some pits going. That's it. That's what we're gonna do.
We live for the mosh.
We
For
live
sure.
for Lush.
Yeah.
So you guys have talked a lot about how the music serves you. It's therapeutic. It's cathartic. What do you what do you hope someone feels the first time they hear Deluseur?
I hope they feel like they're tripping.
Release.
But
I want them to question what everything in their life has led them up to this point in time.
Yeah,
I
really.
want them to really question, am I sober? Did I get spiked or did I have too much to drink?
I want them to feel
Maybe I need to put a beer
power.
down.
I feel like power is a good word, like, because I feel like a lot of people in their situation, they feel powerless, and like in the song "Dwell," like me and him have written in the song, and we talk about, breaking from those chains. A lot of people have these chains and have these things, and they don't like. I've introduced some people to the metal community before, and it's completely blew their mind. They didn't know that there is a place where you can just get it out and do that. And I'm like, yeah, like it's been here. I found out about it, and it changed my life too. But ultimately, I feel like that's the goal, is for people to listen to it and feel that and get it out.
I hear that oftentimes when somebody's at risk for I don't know if I'm gonna have to cut just this word itself, but like somebody's, let's say, on the ledge.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things is that gets them there is their feeling of powerless, being powerless,
Yeah,
feeling power. So is that kind of what you're touching
Yeah.
upon? Is
I
that
want people to see us, that have been people like us that have been in a broken place, and see where we're at now and realize that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The pain that you go through is not always going to happen. I mean, there's times when even I feel like I'm going to be stuck in this forever, and I fool myself every time, and I realize that I'm not stuck in this forever. And I basically don't want people to go through the mental anguish I went through, because no one understood what I went through, because I've been I've been in he necked me. He got me. Old
too, you
thing.
got
Sorry.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I just want people to realize that there is a community out there for them, and it's okay to seek things like help and people to talk to you, and it's very good to be social and get out there, for sure. I feel like going out and being social and meeting new people and getting out there is very healthy for the mind and for you. I feel like a lot of people isolate themselves. I do that myself a lot. I just want people to realize that there is a place out there for you.
Yeah, we're very much as heavy and as angry as our music is, we're very hope-filled. We're very much I'm a comic nerd. I'm a Superman fan ever since I was born. Hope is the light that cuts through the darkness. And that's a quote that stayed with me for the past 10 years, because that's what my life's been about. All this hope. It's the one thing that keeps me going. It's the one thing I inspire to spread. Even though our music might make people angry and wonder, am I really listening to this shit? Am I really this low in my life that I'm listening to a goddamn slam band full of tweakers just crash out on stage?
Twinks.
Tweaker twinks.
Mm-hmm. Combo.
Twinkers.
Twink slam.
What is it? Glenn Benton said, death metal's is full of a bunch of Weezer-looking dudes. We are those Weezer-looking
We
dudes.
all right? So, but you wear it with pride, but you don't sound like Weezer though. Well, guys, is there anything else? Because I feel like we've definitely covered a lot, and you've I didn't know what to expect going into this. My mindset was kind of like, all right, this may be just the kind of punk rock sort of band of like younger dudes, and I don't know how serious I'm gonna be able to get them to speak, but you've far surpassed what I imagined. I might pick up and everything. So for that, thank you very, very much. But so is there anything else before you guys have to hit the road, because you do have a show tonight?
Right.
Is there anything else you want to get across?
I do want to give a few shout outs to Heroes Unsung in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We fucking love you boys.
Shrunk Metal, they're going on tour with Burke Baccarat, the band you shout out. Yes, they're going on tour in May. Go support Shrunk. They may not be a band after 2026, so get out when you can and get sloppy.
Another shout out to Scum City Entertainment. Travis, we fucking love you.
And Brent. There's two of them now, you idiot.
Oh, right, Brent.
Is Brent RV Collective or Primer Collective? What the Prime Collective? I think is his. Is like
no, I think you're thinking of Palmer, the photographer.
It's possible, yeah.
Brent
is
Brent's the new guy who he was in a slam band with Travis.
Buck Goose, right?
Yeah,
Buck Goose. Okay.
Buck Goose is fun.
He's
Shout
just
out to them too.
He's just handling some Scum City things for a little bit, more local stuff.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, because I mean, I myself am pretty new to like your Virginia, as I put it, the Virginia hardcore scene. I mean, I know
Oh,
the
yeah.
bands vary in terms of sound and stuff like that, but to me, it's all just like the scene itself. Like it's all hardcore. You know, that's just
Oh,
the way
yeah.
I see it.
It was a
And
very
like,
hardcore scene. We're playing a very hardcore show tonight, and that's we're kind of trying to think how this is gonna come across but we still I feel like we have enough hardcore influences in us just because of the scene we're in and around us. And
Yeah.
back to the Virginia hardcore, the Lynchburg scene's fucking amazing. The Richmond scene's fucking amazing. Like all the bands, there's so many of them I can't name. You know what I mean off the top of my head, but like they all fucking rock, dude,
Two
and
to
it's
a Room is
awesome.
one of them. We love those boys.
oh, they're coming in on the 24th. over
Yes, yeah.
here.
Oh, Die Stand, we play with them tonight. 10 Toes Down, Doberman Shadow.
Come Shot Wound from Tennessee.
Yeah, there's just so many awesome fucking bands from the whole area, you know what I mean? Silico from Richmond, awesome, man. It's just like, where do we fit in with this? And it's like we're playing all these hardcore shows, so it's
Yeah.
like it just naturally kind of
Could
comes in.
we say we're a slam band? But the way I put it, we're the hardcore band disguised as slam.
Okay,
Because
all
a lot
right.
of our influences are, me and him grew up on thrash. We grew up on Megadeth, Metallica, Testament, Slayer, and we try to introduce a lot of that into our songs, but with a brutal death metal of Dying Fetus, Obituary, Cannibal Corpse,
Okay.
and we bring a lot of natural hardcore energy because that's our local scene. With bands like FYA, Heroes Unsung, as I mentioned before, we'll take a lot of influence from our local scene because we're not so stuck on slam brutal death metal. We're whatever the fuck we feel like.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so very much for being here. Like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect, when you sat down, but I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for everything you shared because I can't imagine that it's always easy to go over that kind of stuff. When it's rooted in a place of poverty, addiction, struggle. So the fact that you were able to be that honest and transparent with it I'm really grateful. That you were, with me and everything. That's really, really cool. So, all right, well, yeah, like I said, I would be conscious of the time for your sake because sometimes the traffic out there can be a bitch.
We still gotta get to the hotel room, man, and
Before the gig?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know how it be. My partner's gotta get all ready. She's gotta get all dolled up.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
you know.
'Cause
how
I
that
made the
goes.
mistake of not booking the rooms.
Oh, just
Yeah, we gotta drop in and
you guys did get the gas money, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Okay,
I really
okay, 'cause
appreciate that.
I was just about to like right now.
we
It's like,
appreciate it.
oh no,
I'm
that's why I
saying
just
we're gonna spend it all on weed. I don't smoke, but I'm just gonna spend it all on
Hey, there
weed.
you go. I just wanted to, maybe I'll cut this part out and everything, but I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, I can't expect them to just drive all the way here. Like, oh, you can fit the bill for the gas and everything. That's
Oh
terrible.
shit, I don't mind.
No, not at all, not at all. So
We're very appreciative.
yeah,
We're
no. Well, I'm immensely appreciative that you're here and everybody. So all right, well, thank you guys so very much again for being here. I hope you have a great show tonight, but a great time too. And yeah, we'll see you. Stay crazy, psychopath.